Come with me, we'll talk, but no place is too far. Come with me, we'll talk, but no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me, we'll talk, but no place is too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far to go.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, Taba Nation. This is Kevin Harris out of Atlanta, Georgia. We want to welcome you guys to this edition of Wealth Building Wednesday. What's going on, Jack, man? Welcome. Glad to have you on here. I'm going to need you all to chime in. And Joel, I wish I was on the other settings, but we're okay today. So I'm not used to this setting. But listen, hello, everyone. Happy Wealth Building Wednesday. Hey, Bridget, how are you? Bridget Jackson. Where are you calling in from, Bridget, or Facebooking in from? Hey, Sonia, how are you? Welcome. Good to have you on from North Carolina. I want to know where everybody's in or where you from today. Let's see. Bridget Jackson. Okay. Battle Creek. That's my friend, Battle Creek, Michigan, that we talked to a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. So how are you, my friend? I know you're still out there making it happen. Hey, Miss Nona, how are you from Tennessee? Good to have you on here today. So again, this is Kevin Harris out of the ATL. So listen, I'm going to need you all to share, and give you time to get in here today. So happy Wednesday. This is Wealth Building Wednesday. So where we drop nuggets where in order for you to help build your Tava business. So I'm going to give you all time to come in. Hey, LaBonda Johnson, Birmingham. That's my home state, Birmingham. You're about, 35 minutes from Tuscaloosa, my hometown. Hey, Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham. I get excited when I see people from my hometown. So, hey, Marcia. Hey, how are you? Nashville, Tennessee, representing. Anybody else from Alabama? Anybody else from Birmingham that's going to log in here? Anybody from Tuscaloosa? Anybody from the great state of Alabama? Hey, Robin. Warner Robins, Georgia. My mother-in-law is in Warner Robins, Georgia. So my wife was there on yesterday. Hey, Nina Paul Moore from Philly, Georgia, wherever y'all are from. Georgia. Okay. All right. Hey, Pastor Sean. Hey, my friend, Pastor Sean, New York City. How are you, Miss New York? Good to see you on here today. But listen, so we have two people that we're going to be talking to today. So make sure that you share the information. But before we get started, you all saw on yesterday that we had a promotion to drop on yesterday. How many of you all have gotten the kids back in school, grandkids, kids, or just kids that you've adopted, kids that you say that are yours? I know I have a few kids that I say that are just mine, okay? And they're all back in school here in Atlanta. So public school, private schools, all sectors are back in school right now. But we wanted to do a theme, this month to welcome the kids back to school. You all have been seeing the social media banners go out about the different promos that we have with our products. We have some amazing products, and we want to make sure that we're sharing them with the educators, the parents. So what we dropped on yesterday, put it up, Angel, because I cannot see you now. I don't like this setting. Nope, not that one, girl. Look, I'm going to get you. Okay. I don't know how many of you all saw that. So right now we have the back to school fuel where you purchase a Caprice CBD coffee and get the Valet 30 for free. So you purchase the Caprice coffee. Teachers drink coffee. They drink it. How do I know that? I took bags of coffee to my kids' school at the end of the year. And I took some this year. They drink coffee. So make sure that you get our educators that coffee, put it back up. And then we have the Valet 30 as well. So make sure that you're getting it out so they can get all the nutrients that they need. So the back to school field pack is going on right now. It started yesterday. It is going to end at midnight tonight. So make sure that you go and grab that. It's an amazing product. Both are great products. Hey, Tedra Gordon, how are you? Marguerite Faison. All right. Patty McCoy, how you doing? Shelly Hancock, how are you all? All right. So make sure that you all share. And we are going to have a lot of fun here today. So also, we have conference coming up. So how many of you all have gotten your tickets for conference? We cannot say enough about conference. It's going to be in Houston, Texas. Make sure you go and grab your tickets right now. We also have our dinner with Mrs. Shante Lloyd. It's for the ladies only. Ladies only. So make sure, Angel, you have that all queued up for me, ready to go, where they can see our banner. Our event is going to take place in Houston, October 21st and 22nd. So make sure that you have your tickets. They are $199. $199. I'm waiting on my person backstage. There she goes. Okay. I don't know what she's doing. Angel, come on now. What you doing? Come on. Okay. Come on back. Put it back up. Hello. Houston event. All right. There we go. The ARC Awards, 21st and 20. Okay. I'm going to wait. Tick tock. Okay, October 21st and 22nd, Houston, Texas. Make sure that you get your tickets today. Bring a friend. They don't have to be a part of it. Most people, I heard Tony Fleming say this yesterday, they just want to get out of town and have fun. Here's what I'm going to say. Once they come to the event, they're going to have fun anyway. And when they have fun, they're going to be a part of your amazing opportunity in your organization. So purchase an extra ticket, purchase 2 tickets, 3 tickets, and get your friends out of town. If you want to take a ladies trip, fellas trip, you all take them anyway. Okay, thank you, Ms. Roz. Okay, so thank you so much for that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here on talking to these 2 ladies here today. So, hey, Jack, you say you got your ticket and hotel is paid? All right, that's what I'm talking about. Pastor Sean has her ticket. Yeah, put it in the chat if you have your ticket. We want to shout out to people who have their ticket. But I'm going to push you all a little extra here. Hey, Powerful Pink. Hey, that's going on. Those tickets are $49.99. That's dinner with Mrs. Shante Lloyd. So make sure that you go and grab your ticket for that. So put in the chat. We want to make sure that we give you a shout out if you have your ticket. Hey, Miss Sonia from California. It is early on the West Coast, but we're glad to have you on here today. All right. So listen, let's go ahead and get started here today. All right. So who do we have? Who do I want to bring up first? I think, you know what? I want to bring both ladies up first so we can have both of them to talk. What's up, STB? What's going on, Marguerite Faison? How are you?
I am excellent, Mr. Harris. How are you today?
I am doing good. Hey, Miss Sally, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Good to have you on here today. So, Sally, tell everybody where you're from. I was trying to make you out to be from Beaufort, South Carolina.
No, I'm from Sumter, South Carolina.
Okay. Is that where you're originally from?
I am. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you're going to give us a reason to come to Sumter. I've been there a few times.
To pass through?
You had to pass through. You had to pass through. It's a small town, but I've been there before. I think what's up there. Is it the Mercedes plant there? Or is I'm off a little bit?
No, that's in another town that's smaller than ours.
Oh, you're bigger. Okay. All right. I feel you. Well, listen, it's good to have you on here. How are you today, Miss Marguerite?
I am absolutely wonderful. No complaints whatsoever.
No complaints. And where are you from with that beautiful smile?
Right. I am born and raised in Richmond, Virginia, which is where I am right now at this moment. But I log in most often from the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
All right. Well, listen, I want to have both of you all on here at the same time. Then I'm going to take one of you out here. Then I'll bring the other back up. But I wanted both of you all to come on here because what I heard right before the show, you actually introduced Sally to Tava. How long have you known Sally, and how did you share the products with her? Did you lead with the product, or did you lead with the opportunity? What did you do?
I actually met Sally. Thank you, Mr. Harrison. Before I get started, I want to thank you for this opportunity. As you probably have heard, I think you are smooth as the cool side of the pillow. And I
Oh,
thank
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott.
You
Yes,
didn't go
sir.
to Stuart Scott, did you? That's my man. I miss Stuart Scott.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Every time I think about you, that's what comes up. I say that in my presentations when I talk about you.
I cannot match Mr. Stuart Scott, ESPN legend, but thank you anyway.
You're quite welcome, sir. But I actually met Sally in my former company, and she became a part of our team. Not an actual enrollee, but she actually became a part of our team because we have so much training that Mr. Paul and Mrs. Nina Moore provide. And so when we decided to make the transition to Tava, Sally had just had a baby. And so I thought this would be a great opportunity. I talked to Mrs. Moore and I said, this would be a great person to introduce to Tava. And she agreed. We did a 3-way with Sally, and she was on board, and she is a retail beast. She loves to retail. She has a little teeny tiny baby at home, as well as 2 other children living with her, and then 5 total because she has a blended family. So we are so glad to have her.
So when you reached out to her, and we're glad to have Sally as well. When you reached out to her, you say you all were in another business together, another company. What did you lead with? Did you lead with the products? Did you lead with the opportunity? Like you say, she was, having a baby at the time. How did you capture her attention? What did you say to her?
We led with the opportunity. I led with the opportunity, and I said, you have a little child. You don't want to necessarily go to work because Sally is actually she has a social working degree, and I was like, you don't want to have to go back to work and leave the baby at home. So this is a great opportunity. I told her that I knew the Lloyds prior to this company from another company that I was in, and I totally trusted them. I told her that the products do work. And I told her, I said, you have a military base in your town, and I think that the military base would be a great place for you to meet new people and share what we have, and also identify some business partners. And at first she was like, oh, I just had a baby. I don't know if I want to do this. But then I got her on the phone with Mrs. Nina LaChelle Morver, and it was a wrap after that.
Three-way calling, third-party validation. Always
Yes,
let
sir.
somebody see the opportunity first, which I'm sure Sally saw the opportunity, and then you 3-way Mrs. Moore, and you didn't try to close it yourself. It's always the third-party validation. I still do the same thing to this day. I don't care who you are in the industry of network marketing, how high you go. You can ask the Lloyds. They still do 3-way calls. I do 3-way calls. It's important to do 3-way calls so you can have another voice on the end. So if you're out there trying to do it by yourself, people that are on the right side of the screen, you have to have that third-party validation. That is a 3-way call system. So refer to your enroller, and they'll tell you how to do a 3-way call if you're brand new to Tava. So Marguerite, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to bring you back up. Take Marguerite out down, Angel, and then we're going to talk to Miss Sally here. We'll bring you back. So Sally, you've been here 18 months, and congratulations on the baby. How old is the baby, boy or girl?
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
But he'll be 2 in October.
Girl, that's not a baby.
No, he's not.
He's probably running the house, isn't he?
He is.
What's his name?
Aiden.
Hey, I like that name, Aiden. How do you spell it?
Ayden.
Ayden?
Yes.
I like that. That is very nice. That is very nice. Well, I have a 7-year-old. Everybody knows I have a 7. They grow up fast, like almost too fast. Is he talking yet?
Yes.
A lot. A lot. Probably too much. But listen, so that's Aiden right there?
No, that's my daughter. She's 5.
She's 5. Okay. But listen, we love the kids. It's okay. It's okay. But listen, you've been in 18 months, and when Miss Marguerite called you, she said she led with the opportunity because you were looking for an opportunity. What did you see in Tava? What made you just say, you know what? I want to be a part of it. And I want you to be very transparent. A lot of people say it's the product. A lot of people say it's the opportunity. But I want you to share with everyone what really touched you, when she called you. for you to say yes?
I don't really know if it was so much the opportunity, because at the time I just had my son. I think he was like a month and a half. So I think that was the beginning stages of my postpartum. And with my prior business, I felt like I was at a standstill in that company. So when they came to me, and with me being on a training with Miss Moore was like, something big is coming. But, I was like, well, whatever she doing, I'm going. So when they introduced it to me, and then she brought Miss Moore on, I was like, okay. Well, she said something big was coming. I didn't know what it was, but I told her whatever she was doing, I'm coming too.
Yeah.
So here I am.
All right. Well, good. Well, we're glad you're here. So let's talk about the product. Let's transition into the product. What package did you actually come in with when you got started after you saw the opportunity? I know you saw the entire presentation. And what package did you actually get started with?
I got started with the $99 package.
The $99 pack. Good. That's the start. That's starting with the product. Okay. So which ones do you like the most so far?
I like all 4 products.
All 4? You got to have a favorite. So all the family taking the product?
I would say the Valet and the Caprice coffee. Those 2.
Valet. Well, we have a special on that today, right?
I see that. Well, I'm going to say the Flair too, because the energy I need with the 2 little ones. So those 3 are really my go-tos. I detox maybe 2 or 3 times a month because I'm slim.
I'm slim too, I'm slim too. You're not the only person who's slim, Miss Sally. Okay, I see how you threw that out there. I'm slim. I don't have to detox every day because I'm slim. Yes, you do.
It's not that. It's not that.
Miss Sally. Slim people need to detox too. Okay.
I just choose to do it 2 or 3 times a month.
Okay. Hey, girl, I told you we're gonna have a lot of fun on here. So you all tell Sally this is a fun show, and we're gonna just have a lot of fun. Is that okay, Miss Sally?
That's fine.
Miss Sally, who don't need to detox because she's slim. Y'all hear what she said? She's slim. Pastor Son, she's slim. She don't need to detox every day. But no, but let's talk about, you said the Flair. What is the Flair? You have your 2 kids, and I know what it does. It gives you the energy. But why do you like the Flair so much outside of, the energy boost?
The focus.
The focus.
Yes. Because when I do sit down, after I get them down and I take the Flair, I can focus on what I'm doing with the business. Right.
So have you been retailing a lot of the product? Have you been just out? I like to say, show the plan. For many of y'all who have been on here lately, I say, show the plan. So what have you been doing with the product?
I've been mostly retailing. The hurdle that I'm working on doing now is getting out of the house, because I did battle with postpartum for like the first year of my son's life. It was hard for me to get out of the house. And I didn't, when I first came into the business, I didn't initially start drinking the Caprice coffee because I was breastfeeding and I didn't know how the CBD would do on him. So it wasn't until March of 2021. I think that was after I caught COVID. And then I was like, you know what? Like, I got tired of sitting in one spot. I would just hold him and just sit in one spot and I wouldn't do nothing else. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try the coffee. And I tried a half a pack first. And then I noticed, I'm like, okay, I'm not just sitting here no more. I'm cleaning up a little bit.
Right.
So then I slowly transitioned myself into doing a whole pack. And that's when I noticed. But getting out of the house because of postpartum keeping me so in the house and dormant.
If you don't mind, Miss Sally, we have a lot of ladies on here. You just said, and if you don't want to talk about it, you don't. You said you struggled with postpartum. Maybe you can educate some of the ladies that are on here today. Maybe they know someone who's struggling with it right now. Can you share with them, what you did to bring yourself out of that? And I'm not saying it may be Tava products, I don't know, but just maybe share your experiences, what you were able to do to come out of that. If you don't, is that okay?
It's okay. It's a combination of stuff. I have started telling my story. Ms. Moore was like, I need to tell my story more because it's a lot of ladies.
Let's hear it. I'm gonna be quiet. Let's hear
it. Okay, so I think around that time when I started taking it, Ms. Moore wanted us to do a 60-day challenge. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start working out. So I made myself get up at 5:30 every single morning. So I would get up at 5:30 to have my Jesus time, because I was like, if I don't have my Jesus time first thing in the morning, when the kids wake up, I ain't gonna have a good day. So I made sure that I kept that schedule. I woke up at 5:30, and then the team, we would work out on Zoom, via Zoom together. And then after I work out, then I would take my CBD coffee. So the combination of those things helped me to get out of postpartum depression, because it really the working out, because it was so much going on with my body, because I'm in my late 30s. And with me being in my late 30s and having another baby out of the blue, we didn't plan him like we did my daughter. So it really messed with my mental. And the Capri CBD coffee, I mean, that and working out and God, like, really, really helped me get out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's, you know, you were in a routine, and you got on, you broke the routine and you got on another routine. And it's funny, I was just speaking with someone right before this call, and we were talking about sometime how you have to get out of your circle. You know, your circle can sometimes hinder you, and we don't know that. And that's what we were talking about. And when you get out of your circle and get into, you know, something that's not normal, that's when change starts to happen. So I don't care from your personal life, you know, to your business life. It seemed to me that's what you just did. So, you know, congratulations to you, you know, on that, coming out of that. So I hope that really helps somebody, you know, that they may know somebody who's going through postpartum, and, you know, or maybe you're going through it, but you know, her story is pretty powerful, and everybody's saying, yes, tell the story more. You should tell the story more, because you never know who it's going to affect. And again, sometimes we often think that it's people that are in our circle, but it's maybe somebody on here who's sharing this to their social media wall. And, you know, she talked about the CBD coffee. So our CBD coffee, I'm no medical profession. Let me just say, try it. So that's Dr. Branwell and Dr. Grace. So if y'all want to reach out to Dr. Branwell and Dr. Grace from a medical perspective, maybe they could tell you more, you know, about why that CBD coffee helps with postpartum. Okay. So thank you, Miss Sally. I appreciate that, girl. I really appreciate that. So, well, listen, we're not going to hold you long. So we know you got to get back to the kids. I know they're pulling that mommy. Are you coming to conference? Are you going to be at conference?
I am.
Okay, good. You bringing some people with you?
I'm going to. When you threw out the idea about bringing the girls and bringing the girls trip,
come on, y'all take girls trips all the time, right?
Right. Because I told my friend, I'm sorry, I told my friend back in March. Well, I told her that I went to Houston in March. She was like, "Girl, why you didn't tell me? I would have went too."
See?
I was like, okay.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna put you to a challenge. You know, so typically, let's talk about before we let you go, and maybe some of the ladies can chime in too. When you all take your girls trip, how many do you all go with? 3, 4, 5, 6, 10? How many do you all go with?
I go with about between 5 and 8.
That's your girls trip right there, Miss Sally. You better bring 5 to 8 people to conference, right?
Right.
And turn into a girls trip. I had some of my high school buddies call me on Sunday night, and they were like, "Hey, in January, we're going deep sea fishing. You want to go?" I'm like, "Absolutely. I've always wanted to go. It's something I always wanted to do. So it's going to be a fellas trip in January with some of my high school classmates. I would love to go." So same thing. It is a girls trip. So, you know, in Houston, Texas, there's a lot to do in Texas. There's a lot of activity that's going to take place at the top event. And guess what? You know, just maybe they'll like what they see once they come to conference. So that is a hint for you ladies out there. Take a fellas trip. Hey, take a fellas trip, from a fellas to, if you're on here too, come on down to Houston, Texas with your friends. Okay. I always have friends that want to come travel with me when I go to Houston, but I tell them I'm busy every time I go. So, but look, Sally, thank you so much for coming on here, and we will see you in Houston. All right. In October 21st and 22nd. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. All right. So you all heard from Miss Sally, and she told her amazing story about the CBD Caprice coffee. And next we have up Angel. I am waiting on you on these controls, because I can't control it today from my end. So let's bring up the next person while we take Sally down. All right. Is she with me, Miss Roz? Where'd she go? All right. Well, stay on here with me, Miss Sally. All right.
Hey, hey.
All right. So listen. Hey, there she is, Miss Marguerite. Miss Marguerite of Virginia, by the way, of Philly. Glad to
Yes,
have you
sir.
today. Congratulations on Sally. So we need to hear more of her story. And but it's exciting to have you on. You know, I know your anniversary date. You've been a part of Tava. It'll be December of this year. It'll be 2 years when
Yes,
you
sir.
joined. Remember when I first met you? I came to Philly, and here's what I know about you: you have a servant's heart. You're always serving, and that's what's taking you along the way. And I guess that's that DST thing that you're a part of, that little thingy there, right? Well, you always serving the community, but it
Yes,
rubs off
sir.
in your business. So I want you to know we appreciate you. We appreciate everything that you do and your belief in Tava, because you wave the flag really, really high, and you let people know that you're planted here. So I see it all the time. So, but listen, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on in Philly? I know you're in Virginia right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for asking. And I just want to celebrate Miss Sally Isaac, because she is absolutely phenomenal as a teammate and even more incredible as a person. And again, I want to thank you for this opportunity. You mentioned my service. Service is my key to success. And I always say it again because someone may not have got it. Service is my key to success. I am currently in Richmond, Virginia, preparing my mother's home to be sold. I love Tava. I love the products. Tava has helped me absolutely change my life. And that's not just a cliche. If it were not for Tava, I would be somewhere crawled up in a corner somewhere, because you may not know, 101 days ago, my husband transitioned to glory. Yet I had Tava. I had Tava to distract me from the emotions. I had Tava to keep me focused. I had a team that was depending on me to stay well so that I can help them stay well also. I believe in pouring into people. I believe in pouring into my team, but I also believe in pouring into my leaders. And Mr. and Mrs. Paul and Nina Moorer, I've known Mrs. Moore for almost 20 years, and I knew her when she started dating Mr. Moorer. Not only do I pour in my team, but there are also times God lays in my heart to pour into them, as well as other leaders in our company. So again, service is my key to success, and that is what I do. That's who I am, and that's how I live.
Mm-hmm. Look, girl. And again, my condolences to your husband. You know, somebody just said that the chat's lighting up, say she's grieving gracefully, and you know, healthy distraction. I mean, and you look great, you look amazing, and you know, I often wonder, how's she doing? I would ask the Moors, how are you doing? And they told me you're doing fine, and we won't get into that unless you just really want to. But
Well, may I share something?
hey, by all means, go ahead.
Let me share something, Mr. Harris. You see, my husband, I have been a part of network marketing and direct sales for over 25 years. And I was married 25 years when my
Mhm.
husband transitioned. And my husband was really not a person that really believed in network marketing, probably because I really didn't tell him how much money I was making in network marketing. Some companies I made this amount, some companies I made that amount, but he really didn't know. But guess what? In our last company, I was earning income. I was a high rank in that company, but I was putting the money away and not spending it. And let me tell you why. Because I didn't feel at that point I deserved the money. So I just kept saving it, kept saving it, kept saving it. And one day I was talking to Mrs. Morver, and I was telling her that my husband and I were having a conversation, and he was talking about how much he wanted to have our mortgage paid off. She
Mhm.
knew that I was saving the money, and it just clicked. I said, let me pay the mortgage off with that money. So, with network marketing, I was able to pay off a 30-year mortgage 6 years early. Now,
Wow.
Mrs. Moore was like, tell that story, tell that story. Yes, it was a great story, but what had always been on my list, a list of goals to achieve, was not to pay off the mortgage. What was on my list was to do home improvements, because when we bought our house, we spent every dime we had to buy the house. So we were unable to get the improvements it needed. But guess what? Tava pays. Let me say that again. Tava pays. And with the money I earned with Tava, which is 2 numbers in front of a comma and 3 numbers after, making no income claims,
Right.
I was able to start paying on renovations. I am having every room in my house renovated. I've already
Wow.
done 3. And then I have the rest of the house to do. So if you think you're going to come to Tava, those of you that are watching, if you think you're going to come to Tava, and the Lloyds always say 200 to 500 a week, and you think that's just a little bit of money, let me tell you, don't despise small beginnings, and little becomes much. And that's what a book I read says. Little becomes much, because I am renovating my home, which is making me happy and helping me live free and getting my attitude right, so that I can share, I can grieve gracefully, I can strive and thrive and do everything that I want to do, because with Tava, I'm able to look good, feel good, live well, do whatever I want, when I want, how I want, and with whom I want. And Tava is the bomb.com.
So I appreciate you sharing that powerful testimony, and I hope you all picked up on what she's saying. Yes, Tava pays, but you got to put in the work. So that's what I want to talk about. How important is it for you to personally recruit every month? I know a lot of times people just say, you know what, I see the comp plan, all you have to do is enroll 2. That's not true. That's the perfect world. Nobody can just enroll 2 and do nothing. Okay. But you have to continuously work, just like you have to work at a job every day. And I'm a firm believer, if you wake up, and go to a job 8 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 6, or whatever time, or, graveyard shift, whatever you work, take that time for yourself and do something for yourself to pour into yourself. Because for me, being in the industry of network marketing 20 years right now, it was a lot of personal development. A lot of people come for personal development. A lot of people come to make money. I've seen people, Marguerite, since I've been in the industry, that were just in, I won't name any names or company, that were just, this one guy in particular I know, he lives here in Atlanta, and he was all about the personal development, didn't make a lot of money, but now that guy's $1 million earner in his company. There's many stories that are like that, but they came for the personal development. And that's one thing that the industry teaches is personal development. But how do they teach it in personal development? It's about going through each process. A lot of people, I'm gonna say these kids today, I'm talking to y'all kids today, because y'all kids just, I just want to take y'all sometime and just, just want to come and get the knowledge in a day or 2 and want things to happen overnight. But it's moments and years of sacrifice where you have to put yourself in a different situation than what you're in. A lot of people say they want it, but how bad do you want it? What sacrifices must one make to go and get it? Again, it can be personal development, and through that personal development, that's when the income appears. Would you agree with that, Marguerite?
Absolutely. Personal development is absolutely important and should be your priority, especially for me in this season. I started really getting into my personal development probably in January of this year. And I was reading books, involved in Mrs. Moore's book club, just listening to a lot of personal development on growth, on network marketing, on fear, a lot of personal development. And that instilled in me how I needed to work, how I needed to build relationships with people. But because people only do business with you when they know you, like you, and trust you. In order for you to get to that point where they can have all that, you have to definitely, get that development inside yourself. And as you said, Tava pays when you do the work. That is absolutely key. Some people say, oh, I'm going to enroll today and I'm going to have $1 million tomorrow. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah. But what you have to do is this: listen, louder than you speak. That's one. Do that with your customers, do that with your prospective business partners, and absolutely do that with your leaders, because your leaders have already done a thing. And when they share who they are with you, they expect you to take that information and move and
That's
take
right.
action and
That's
do
right.
the work. They don't expect you to just sit there and look pretty and just be like, oh, well, somebody else is going to do it for me. No, when they share a thing, listen, don't have a whole lot of conversation, act and do the
Yeah.
work.
You know, Marguerite, I like to tell real life stories because everybody's life is like a movie every day. But I always tell people I can write my own life story. I really could. I was in the gym today, and everybody who knows me, I work out with DeMille Courts. Here in my community, DeMille's a part of Tava, and excellent trainer. Not just an excellent trainer, but just an overall great guy. And this morning we were working out, and I noticed this lady. She always comes in. She doesn't talk to anybody, and we go to the gym right here in my subdivision. And it's probably about maybe sometime no more than 5 of us sitting there, right? But it's still the same crew because we go at the same time every morning. But it's this one lady, we see her, pretty often. She don't say anything to her. She don't talk to us. She don't say anything. Just don't say anything. So I said, today, I'm going to break the ice. And so I get on he has me doing like circuit training. It's nonstop for about 45 minutes to an hour. It's just nonstop, no water break, no nothing, right? I'm too old for that. So I get on the treadmill next to her on the next circuit. And it was he makes me run like a minute sprint, like sprint fast. So before I get on, and I tell her, I said, to break the ice, I say, you probably want to, lift your legs a little higher, because I saw she was struggling, like really jogging. And she said to me, she's like, I am a breast cancer survivor. She started telling me her story, right? And she said, I'm going to try that here in the next round that I do. Well, I came back in my next round, and she was doing it, and she said, thank you. She began to talk to all of us in the gym. This lady named, I won't even say, Miss Inger and DeMille. We were the only 3 in the gym. And so Miss Inger started to talk to her. DeMille started to talk to her. DeMille has a new client.
Wow.
He has a new client. And I tell that story because you have to talk to strangers. You have to talk to strangers. Okay. And what's happened to DeMille in this Liberty Old Gym in our community, there's a lot of houses over here, right? And there's people who work from home. There's people who do okay. But guess what? He's gotten a lot of his clients from over here from doing what?
Talking.
Just saying hello. Me just
May
working
I add to
out
that,
with him.
Mr. Harris? May I add something to that?
Absolutely.
Not only do you talk to strangers, but think on this. I'm talking to a stranger today who knows 2 other strangers that I don't know, that knows 2 other strangers that I don't know,
Right.
that could potentially be clients, potentially be business partners, or just potentially be friends to add to my network. So it's not just the stranger that's in front of you,
That's
it's
right.
the strangers behind them.
You're absolutely right. And, and I'm going to say, he has this lady as a client now. She'll be on the products next, because that's just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to break the ice, and it was me, because I see her all the time. And I can tell when people don't want to be bothered at the gym. Sometimes I'm like that. It's like when I'm traveling, it's just sometimes I don't want to be bothered at all. I don't care who you are. You can sit next to me and ask me what I do. And sometimes I just want to go to sleep. Depends on how I'm feeling. But sometimes, most time I get out, because people always ask the question, but you have to lead them. Okay, here's the training part. I hope all this has been training for everybody on here today. But here's the part where I say where you have to pay attention. You can lead people to ask you what you do, but you have to be good enough to just give up a little information. Here's what you don't want to do. Okay, I always share this with somebody that's in my circle and I'm trying to break him. I just said his name. Anytime you start talking about the products, what they do, the ingredients and all that, too much information, they didn't ask you that. They just ask you, what do you do? You just say, I work from home and I represent this health and wellness company. That's it. That happened in the gym the other day. This lady came in with, I tell you, I can tell a story. Her kids are amazing swimmers. And I look, I've been seeing her all summer, and they come in and she said, she doesn't say anything. She just speaks. Don't say a word. And see, when people don't talk, I'm curious to what they do. And I knew how to break the ice. And it was the truth, because the pool is right there at the gym. And I'm watching her kids. I'm like, dang, they swim like fish. And DeMille and I are looking like, wow. I mean, they couldn't be any more than like 10, right? And I'm talking about they getting it. So I asked her the question, do your kids compete at swimming? She said, yeah, they do. How do you know? I said, anybody can look and tell, right? And then she says, that question, what do you do? I told her, okay. I say, but I don't have any samples on me right now. Next time I see you, I'll make sure I have them on me. We start talking about something else. Where are you from? She's like, I'm from St. Lucia. We have a house here. We come every summer and stay for the summer. Okay. So we had a little bit of money. Okay. I'm from St. Lucia. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. My antennas went off. Workout was over 30 minutes later. I was like, I'm not going to wait till I see her, because I don't see her often. I went home and got some samples. Came back. Gave her the samples, gave her my card. Say, I'll see you next week. Okay. That's it. I didn't take her number. Normally I would tell you to take the person's number. But trust me, this is somebody I will see next week, because she told me I know when she goes. So I'm good. Okay. So you have to know when to do it, when not to do it. I didn't want to be too aggressive. Okay. So that's another way. So you peak interest. And then the next time I see her, we'll be doing a opportunity. I'll set the appointment and sit down and show the plan, not do the plan in front of her, set the appointment and show the plan. All right. So there it is, Marguerite.
Yes, sir. It's about using the tools that you have. And it's about doing that, piquing the interest, sharing the plan, and then get to that 3-way call so you can have that third-party validation. You always teach us, Mr. Harris, when you speak, and we just enjoy it, and we are privileged to sit under your tutelage.
You know what? I'm going to send you a gift, because you told me, Stuart Scott, I'm going to send you a gift. You need to stop. So, but listen, I know we'll see you in Atlanta, not Atlanta. Oh. I want conference to be in Atlanta, in Houston, right? We'll see you
yes, sir.
In Houston, Texas, right?
I have traveled more with Tava than I've traveled with any network marketing company. I'm going to absolutely be there by hook or crook.
So you heard what I said. Girls trip. How many girls outside
girls
of Tava?
Trip? Look, I'm inviting at least 5 to come with me. My team is coming, definitely. They have their tickets, but I'm inviting 5 people outside of my team to come with me to Houston.
Okay. You know what? What we should do, whoever brings the most people, you got to bring like more than 7 before I agree to this. I'm not saying we get in a dunking booth, but y'all take me somewhere and put me in a dunking booth, and y'all can dunk all day.
All right. All right. Look, gotta get this strength up. Gotta get this strength up.
I know that's right. So, but look,
that Ballet 30 helps with that.
That Ballet 30 does help. So, but look, thank you so much for joining. And you look good, girl.
Thank you.
Stay strong. You're strong, and we see it all over you. We see happiness all over you, and well wishes to you. Okay.
Thank you, sir. That's freedom, though. That's freedom to be able to take what I learned here in Tava, be able to share it with others, and implement it myself. You're seeing freedom today. Thank you so much, Mr. Harris.
You're welcome, girl. We'll talk to you soon. All right, Angel. All right. There you go. So listen, we had 2 great interviews here today, but hey, I'm glad you guys stayed on here, because I have something I want to share with you. We don't do this often. Even though we have a promotion going on right now, which is the Capri CBD coffee and Ballet 30. Right now, that is back to school fuel. Okay, tongue twister. Back to school fuel. Y'all say it 3 times fast. Back to school fuel, back to school fuel, back to school fuel. Okay, all right. So, but listen, that's going on right now. That ends tonight at midnight. But tomorrow, somebody say tomorrow. Somebody turn to your neighbor, say tomorrow. Turn to the neighbor to the right, say tomorrow. Turn to the neighbor to the left, say tomorrow. Somebody say tomorrow. All right. I know, Pastor Sean. I know. All right. But here's what's going to happen tomorrow. Who wants me to give the BOGO up for tomorrow? Anybody want me to give it up for tomorrow? I'm gonna wait. Should we have one tomorrow? Should we have one? Terja Gordon, should we have one tomorrow? You all have not seen this one in a while. Touch your neighbor and say tomorrow. We need a sale on the flare. The flare is on sale. Okay. Yes. Okay. So starting tomorrow at 10 a.m., everything is on Central Time tomorrow. Tomorrow, we talked about sampling. The star of the show will go live tomorrow at 10 a.m. So get your coins together, as you young folks would say, that Skrilla back in the day, what we used to say, okay? But get it together, because tomorrow, Ms. Rob, somebody say tomorrow, you will see none other than the Basia Detox Tea. Buy one, get one free, but you're buying a 60 count Basia. 60 count Basia, and get a 30-day supply of Basia Detox Tea for free. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Chiquita, what do you think about that? Takesha, STB, Brittany Bell, what do y'all think about that? Nina Moore, what do y'all think about that? All right, that's what I'm talking about. What do y'all think about that? Ronnie, what do you think about that? Pastor Sean, tomorrow, it's going down tomorrow, so make sure at 10 a.m. that you get ready. The Basia Detox Tea is going down tomorrow. It is going down. Also, conference, there are some things that are going down too. Wish I could tell you. You just need to be in the building. So thank you so much. We'll see you guys on the other side of the pillow. All right. Thank you. Angel, take us out, girl. Appreciate you.
Come with me, we'll talk, but no place is too far. Come with me, we'll talk, but no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world, catch this flight with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Only care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far. Come with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Catch this flight with me. We'll talk, but no place is too far.